it's easy to separate the divine from negative energy in your mind. It's like, that's divine. He don't do that, right? So it got to be this. Well, that's always the illusion, right? That's the biggest secret pulled over on everybody's eyes and shit. You know, I always tell people like, yo, look, divine know you no matter what you're talking about. So it's imperative for you to be just you. There's no need to try to do extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get out their character real fast because they don't like who they are. And when you don't like who you are, you know what you do? You falsify the reality in your mind. You tell yourself whatever, you know what I'm saying, to make you feel better about the things that you're doing or the things you've done. Even when it comes to how you receive the level of grace, you take that and you say, well, it has to be good or this has to be bad. Well, most things happen in one motion. Like, I can't, even though a car is imperfect, those pieces break down. Those individual pieces, right? Individual pieces. Divine is perfect. He ain't breaking down. He not like, oh, my arm doing this because it ain't working right today. Nah, he kicking your ass and saving you at the same time. How I'ma give the power to something else, right? How I'ma give the power to something else and say, oh, it's you doing that because, no, everything is divine, everything, and it's imperative for you to understand what you're getting out of that, how you getting this learning lesson. Even when you get your ass cut by your mother when you was a kid, you hated her when you got, I hate you, you getting beat. But then you get beat. If you got beat right, that hate turned, I love you, please stop, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's funny. All that is funny, but at the end of the day, this is you taking responsibility for your balance, your negative and your positive response to everything in life. Because that in itself is contrastal. And what's the word I'm looking for? It's favoritism with that. Because we choose different levels of shit instead of just doing the right thing. And see, if you make a choice, and this is where it falls down at. All right, if I'm growing creators, right, and you're a creator, I can't have you making mistakes when you create. Because you're gonna be making shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be making shit that don't need to be out here. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta train you. I gotta train you on how to create right. Because first and foremost, I need you to get your mind right. I need you to understand the choices you be making. I need to understand your feelings, because those feelings might subsequently jump down into the intention of your heart. And through your intentions, you may say things you really don't mean, which create things that don't need to be out here. You see what I'm saying? This is the motion that we live in. It's how we stuck right now. Divine. That's why Divine said, I'll guide you. Because he know you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know yourself. The flesh feels anything. I could take a lighter on 10 different levels and burn myself or feel good with it, depending. But that takes experience and knowledge. That means I got to sit down and know the levels of heat that incorporate different values for me to feel one another. That means when I do make the decision, I'm going to do it in incremency. How you creating out here? Because the choices you make don't just serve you, they serve attributes and direction, saying this is a pathway someone can take, whether leading or misleading, being by the judgment of one's standpoint or existence. I did, I am, I was, so forth and on. Are you truly taking responsibility, or are you saying, nah, this is pulling me this way because these things doing this to me because Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It's always you. You know why? Because in your flesh, you fucking selfish. And that's every individual on the fucking planet. But you don't want to hear that shit because you know why? You think you know better than the creator. But yet you're going to pray to the creator to satisfy that same energy that you will not produce within yourself. Because when you go out in this world and you fuck yourself over and you do shit that puts you in a wrong situation, you are praying to the divine to forget what you did to fix the situation that you have at hand. That is not cognitive understanding. We all got stories to tell. And divine has guided me through every misunderstanding that I thought I knew. And ultimately, it leads back to say, well, you know what? You don't know enough to say anything. This is why I can fight against anything that can be said. Books and all. That's just a point of view. And it's always going to be that. It's only a point of view. If the point of view doesn't solidify to a direction only in divine understanding, it is not. Because that understanding will break off into a lot of different pieces that is not secure in supreme understanding. The one path that everybody can take, divine. You already know the vibes. It's Naga. Prospect.